Hello aviators, how are you today? My name is Magnar Nordahl. I'm a captain and instructor on ATR aircraft. This is video number 4 about features that can be very useful for ATR pilots. Are you ready? Here we go. 6 hacks that only experienced ATR pilots know about. When you are climbing to a cruise level that is close to the service ceiling of the aircraft, you may notice that during the last part of the climb, the rate of climb is not the best. To reduce the time it takes to reach top of climb, you may reduce the airspeed, or you can use this hack. Select pitch hold and adjust the pitch to exactly 5 degrees up. If you select less, you will not climb so much, and if you select more, you will lose too much speed. With 5 degrees nose up, the aircraft will gently trade airspeed for altitude, and you will level off earlier. You are also protected against stall. There is just one limitation. Do not do this in icing conditions, or when the icing AOV light is illuminated. After reaching cruise speed, we move the power management selector from climb to cruise, and torque is reduced with 2 or 3%. But when you fly the ATR 42-500 or 600 and select cruise power, the torque increases. How come? Well, when ATR started working on the 42-500, they decided to use the same engine as the ATR 72. For takeoff, it is flat rated to 2,400 horsepower instead of 2,750 horsepower as used in the ATR 72. However, climb power and cruise power are the same for both aircraft. And here's the story. ATR promised the customers that the ATR 42-500 would cruise at 300 knots. But test flights revealed that the aircraft was a few knots too slow, and the solution was to increase cruise power. And voila, the aircraft can cruise at 300 knots. The weather radar is used to detect water drops. To get the best picture of the weather conditions, it is very important to tilt the radar correctly. ATR doesn't have any policy for this. A common procedure is to adjust the radar tilt until you can see the echo from the ground at the top of the screen. This is pretty okay, but it heavily depends on the range you select. In the 600, the radar antenna tilt is displayed in degrees. When I did my transition training from the 500 to the 600, the instructor told me the following. When taking off, we set the radar tilt to 5 degrees up. When passing 10,000 feet above the ground, we set plus 4 degrees. And then we reduce the tilt by 1 degree for every 5,000 feet we are climbing. And this works very well. When departing from a short runway, you want as much runway as possible ahead of you when you start to takeoff roll. That means the line-up should be as short as possible. The ATR has a narrow wheel track and a pretty small turn radius, and this can be utilized to your benefit. When making the 180 turn at the end of the runway, you must think about the position of the main wheels. You want them to be as far out as possible, but of course you must keep them on the tarmac. To achieve this, you steer the nose wheel close to the edges and only do the last 90 degrees of the turn when the runway centerline is slightly behind your seat. Then make a maximum turn and you should be spot on the runway centerline. Clear takeoff. Here is a fact you might not be aware of. When engine number 2 is running in hotel mode, the fuel flow is about 20% higher than when the engine is running in feather. The reason is that there is more resistance in the power turbine when it's not turning, and the fuel flow is regulated to maintain a stable NH indication. When the engine is running in hotel mode and you want to release the propeller brake, you need blue hydraulic power. When the left-hand engine is not running, you must activate the hydraulic aux pump manually. It takes 10 seconds from you press the button until you will see the propeller brake ready light. That's pretty long. So, when the first officer starts to read the before propeller rotation checklist, I press the button, and when the checklist is completed, we have the green ready light and can release the propeller brake right away. And that is all for this time. I hope the hacks were useful for you. A new video with more hacks is in the making. So far I have 4 hacks ready, but since I present 6 in every video, I will need 2 more. And that is where you come in. If you have any good ideas, please let me know in the comment section below. You can also find my email address in the About section. So then I can make a new video for you. Thank you for watching, have a wonderful day and happy landing.